I have the honor of welcoming you and chairing this thing in the capacity of being the chairman of Masanga DK, which is the host organization of this thing. And to this symposium called From Turmoil to Sustainability, Improving Healthcare and Changing the World, which is quite an open title, and we're hoping by this open and inspiring title to be able to inspire you all and create some network here today. First of all, we'd like to thank you very much, the School of Global Health, for hosting us. We'd like to thank you all of the contributing organizations. We have had programs printed and laid out in the hope that you would all sit where we put the programs. You did not do that, but I do hope that you have programs. And in those programs, you can read about the different organizations. And in the break that has been drastically reduced by our delay and an extra speaker, you will have the opportunity to talk with representatives of these organizations. So please do so, as we really want to emphasize that this is a networking event. Then, of course, I'd like to welcome all of the speakers. I'm not going to do any individual presentations on the speakers. I've met with them just before this, and they are all very capable people who are able to speak for themselves. But I will provide you with a little bit of background as to why we're all here today. There's one common denominator, which is the Masanga Hospital Rehabilitation Project. But when we zoom in a little further, there is an even deeper common denominator, and that is Dr. Peter Boe, who's up here in the audience somewhere. Not only has he been the catalyst that started the Masanga Hospital, and in some way all of the speakers that are here are offsprings or somehow involved because of what he initiated 12 years ago down in Sierra Leone where we work. But he is also the reason that many of you that are not directly linked to the Masanga project are here today, because he, and in all fairness, his personal assistant, arranged all of these, this symposium and made sure that we could all come here and network and be inspired today. So thank you very much, Peter Boe, for this. Yes. You're right, that does deserve an applause. But we're here as your host organization, and with that we work with 3 areas mainly. We work with health, with education, and with entrepreneurship. And we are coming to realize, as we've been working with this project that is based in health, that is based around recreating or rehabilitating a hospital in Sierra Leone, a very practical purpose really. But we work within these 3 pillars, and these 3 pillars are slowly merging and becoming into one, and that is what is the focus of this whole thing. How we can improve healthcare and in a changing world and in an innovative work, how we can bring these things together. And with us having the focus in health, lifting health through education and improving the way we do things, understanding why we do things, by contributing with innovative thoughts and ideas within research primarily, that is the way that we're heading, and that is where we want to bring you all forward with the speakers coming here today. So this is a program, and the way we structured it is we're going to start out worldwide with some big global international speakers bringing the big perspective, telling us about global surgery, where we headed, how do we get there, and who do we collaborate with to get there. We'll also provide a practical example of how you implement these things and how you do positive collaborations to lift our spirits a little bit, because sometimes this becomes a little airy. Then zooming in a bit further, we have invited some of our own, so to speak, the Kappa Care organization, which is a very strong collaborative partner with Håkon Bolgan and Alex van I can't pronounce your last name, I'm sorry. Being representatives of our surgical task shift program that is founded or at least offspringed in Masanga, and that has they have documented great work with a high impact in all of Sierra Leone, and this is something that's going to spread wide, I'm sure. And they will tell us about the joys and challenges about research there. We have added a speaker that's not on the program. He told us, unfortunately, no at first, and then in the last minute he had someone to cover his shift, and he's joining us today, Mr. Marcus exactly, who is working within emergency obstetrics. And he will be on the program just after Alex, meaning that we will shorten the break a little bit, but we will also maybe just talk a little bit longer in the end. I'm sure you will all stay tuned, even though we're going a bit further. After the break, we're still in this whole chunk of Masanga and still going local, but with our own people, Jura and Jochen, who are Dutch, and Jura has been our former medical officer in charge down there and is looking into innovative solutions within surgery, and Jochen is a partner that he has teamed up with, who also works in innovative education and in this case e-book learning. And we're at the end zooming down even further practically at Masanga, where we are now in the phase of establishing Masanga Medical Research Unit. And these last three speakers are a passionate group of people that are dedicated to making this happen. Yeah, so no further introduction. Stay tuned, and we have a lot on our plates today. So I would be glad to invite the first speaker. Please come up here.